To get started. So today, I brought something special for you, okay? Our goal for today, if you look over on our focus board, I can bring all I know to read and write words. Do you remember yesterday we talked about how we're nearing the end of all of our first units? We're nearing the end in writing, we're nearing the end in reading, and we're nearing the end in phonics. And I told you that on Thursday, we are going to graduate. We're going to have a special graduation session. We're going to talk more about what that means, but we have to get our brains ready for that. We're going to do that by remembering what we've learned so far in our first unit. We're going to bring all that knowledge with us when we read and write, because we've talked about how word study is really a way to help us both as readers and as writers. So I brought something for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? What are you Oh, Lucy, what's that weird face?
I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
I don't know what this is about.
This is something new and exciting, is it not?
It is, but I don't know what it is.
Well, it's all of our names. It's a name chart. Looks a little different than the one you have in your purple folder, but isn't this new and exciting?
Yeah.
Addie?
It's letting the letters that you start with go over.
Yeah, because remember one of the things we looked at was how our names start, right? So we put them in alphabetic order. You have one in your purple folder already that's very similar to this. Jackson, what are you noticing? Yeah, well, Rashid is part of our class, so we have him up there. Are you having any other thoughts? Yeah.
I don't know.
Remember, we don't have anyone with that has that nobody starts with that letter. That's why we don't have anything. Have we studied these before?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've studied them kind of a lot. Our goal was I can bring all I know to read and write words. Do you need to bring everything you know to these words anymore? Probably not, because we've studied them a whole lot. So let's take a look at something else that I brought for you today. I brought you this. So back at the beginning of our unit, we talked about how phonics professors can bring all their knowledge with them. Boys and girls, these are all the things we've studied with words this year. We've looked at uppercase letters. We've looked at lowercase letters. We used our name to find both. We talked about the letter name, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? We talked about the letter sound. Boys and girls, some of those letters make more than one sound, don't they? We talked about syllables. How did we find syllables? What did we do?
Clap, snap, and stop.
Okay. Vowels. What are vowels, Cadence?
They're A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y.
And we talked about how they make different sounds, and I'm so glad so many of you pointed right there. You know that that's a tool we have to help us. What are consonants? What are consonants, Jackson?
Things that are not vowels.
Yes, those letters that are not vowels. What are digraphs? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I see so many hands. What's a digraph?
Two letters put together.
Tell me more, Jackson.
They're like shh.
Yeah, they make a new sound like the SH shh in Rashid. What's a blend? Oh my gosh, we just studied this yesterday. What was a blend, Cadence?
It's in our purple folders, and it's kind of, and it's one of them is blue.
Bowl, right? We put them together like in a smoothie. We blend them together. So boys and girls, we can take all of this that we've learned as phonics professors, and we can find them in things like our names. Now, these are not new words. These are not tricky words anymore. They're words that we've studied. We're going to use these words to get our brains ready for our challenge today. Okay, so in just a moment, I am going to send you off in your rug clubs to do some work. We're gonna look at these things using our names, and you're gonna actually take a pencil with you and you're gonna mark these up, okay? So, I'm gonna show you what I mean. We're gonna work together on Rashid. What do you notice in Rashid? Thinking about all these things, what do you notice, Addie? What do you notice, Mitchell?
There's 2 E's.
There's 2 E's. What sound do they make? E. Listen, Rashid. We hear the E, thinking about sounds. What else do you notice, Lucy? Oh yeah, there's uppercase letters in Rashid. The R is an uppercase letter. What do you notice, Alora?
That there's a SH.
What do we call that? Do we call it a digraph or a blend? A digraph. We have a digraph in Rashid. I don't know why it's not red. Okay. How many lowercase letters are in Rashid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. What else do you notice?
Then it has 3 syllables.
3 syllables. We better check it. Ready?
Rashid.
Rashid. Rashid. 2, right? First graders, do you think you could do the same work together? Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going to go into your rug clubs. Uh-oh. They're on my desk. You are going to work in your rug clubs. You're only going to have a few minutes to work on using your knowledge as a phonics professor to practice finding these things in our names. Then your brains are going to be ready for a challenge. Okay? Can I have my handout helpers coming up and help me hand out? When you have a paper, you're going to go right to your rug club.
She's wearing glasses on that.
Sure is. When you have a paper, go right to your rug club. You're going to grab your pencil on the way there. Go, go, go. Pass out, pass out. Grab your pencil so you can mark them up just like we did with Rashid.
This is all of this. I think it's right there. I don't have. I already have it. Right into it.
Anyone looking for rug clubs that are ready to go?
It's your job, right?
Where can you go?
Grab your
Don't have a
pencil,
chair.
just like
Go
Mitch
get
does.
one. Do you have a chair? Excuse me. So where can you look? Where can you look? Let's look at the class names. See if you can find some uppercase letters.
Like in the middle of your name?
You tell me, where would you find an uppercase letter?
In the front of your name.
In the beginning of your name. Does your team, does your rug club agree with you? Are the capital letters, are the uppercase letters at the beginning of your name? Yes or no, Ashton? Find a capital letter. Any capital letter.
I'm just gonna do my name.
Tommy found his capital letter. Ashton found his capital letter. Is that capital, Cameron? Why not? How come it's not a capital?
He's over there. I found two.
It is a lowercase. Where do you find a capital letter? There you go. What else could you study?
Diagrams?
You could study digraphs. See how many digraphs you can find.
Okay, I know where one diagram is.
Where's one digraph? Oh, Mitchell has a CH, right? Mitchell. Oh, they're looking for digraphs right
But
now.
I found like two in Tommy.
But is that a digraph?
find?
No.
Oh, and I found
Where
another
else did you find a diagram? Marshall is a diagram. Marshall. Let's see if Ashton can find a diagram.
Oh,
Oh, let's let Ashton find one. Marshall, right? S-H.
Ashton, you have a diagram in your name.
Can you find the diagram in your name, Ashton?
I'm gonna find it.
Where is it?
Right there.
Where? Two letters that make a new sound. What two letters make a new sound? Does AS make a new sound or does the SH make a new sound? SH because it says instead of right? Your name isn't Ashton, right? It's Ashton. So you need to underline the SH, right?
Okay, I found that.
Underline the SH. Ooh, Charlotte is tricky, isn't it? Her CH makes a different sound. Rashid has one too.
Hi, Rashid.
Nice work.
Hi, Rashid.
All right, first graders, you have about 1 more minute to work, and then we're gonna come back together.
You have one syllable.
All
Try
right,
again.
Rug clubs,
Marshall.
I want you to come back to the carpet. You're gonna bring all your tools with you because we will be going back to our rug clubs today. We're gonna make this transition quick and quiet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am so super excited and so super proud of some of the work that I just saw happening. I saw some groups with goals. Oh my goodness, first graders, that's exactly what we want to do. So they picked something from our phonics professor list, like digraph, and they said, let's look through our names and find all the digraphs. Okay? Then I was at this rug club and something so exciting happened. It's like exactly where I want our lesson to go next. I couldn't have even planned it. They said, this is tricky. We found a snap word. Cadence, can you come up and show me where you guys found a snap word? Oh my goodness. Show me that one that you showed me.
I can find this one.
Look at Landon's name, boys and girls. She found Anne in Landon. And first graders, that's exactly where I want our lesson to go next. So phonics professors, thank you so much, Cadence. They take all that they know and they take that into new words, both as readers and as writers. So they found that little word and. Remember we talked about how we want to find parts of words we know in writing? They're doing it in phonics too. Way to go. So what we want to do is now that we have our brains ready and we're thinking about everything we know, we're going to see if we can take what we know and use that to write new words. Okay? So you're starting to notice these things because you have this learning. Okay? Let's take another word wall word or a snap word, in. Okay? Write it on your paper anywhere. I just want you to have that in your head. In. Write it with me. How does it go?
I-N.
I-N. Okay? Boys and girls, if I know that word in, can I figure out how to write pin?
Yeah.
What am I going to be using from over here?
A P.
Like what learning am I going to be using? Because I know in,
Snap word.
In is a snap word, but now I'm just going to add some of those other letter sounds I know, right? Makes what letter? P. If I know in, I know pin. Oh man, there goes my storyboard again. Okay, so we've done some of this practice, right? We did this in word study all week, on the last week and this week. Are you ready to get a little more challenging?
Yes.
Dinner.
Dinner.
I want you to take that back to your rug clubs, and I want you to figure out how to write dinner.
This got hard. Dinner's easy.
Go to your club.
So we had those simple one-syllable words like pin and win. Let's take a look at your words like dinner. Dinner.
I think that's
Dinner.
Now let's see how many syllables there are in dinner.
Oh my gosh.
Cadence,
Boys
can
and
you try
girls,
clapping that again?
I saw some people thinking
listen.
about the syllables.
We're not breaking
They
it
were
part
doing
by
this.
part. We're breaking the
Dinner.
whole word. Try again.
Two-syllable word.
Dinner. 2 syllables. Cadence, now clap your name. Clap Landon's name. Now clap dinner. You got it.
I noticed that.
Can you clap melody? There you go. Clap dinner again. There you go. How many syllables are in dinner? 2. What's the first part of dinner? D. What letter did you write? Yeah. Then what did you write? Listen to the next part. D. In. What did you write next? Inward, right? And what did you write at the end? Din. Okay, why did you choose to write R-E?
Because sometimes E is a sneaky letter and you cannot hear it.
It does. Do you know that this one has a sneaky letter in it? I wonder if there's someone on your chart that can help you with her at the end. I wonder if anyone you don't have anybody on your chart that has at the end of their name. Do you know anybody with at the end of their name? Do you know how to write the word her? Show me how to write her. You wrote she. You wrote free.
All right, boys and girls, I'm going
her?
to give you
Watch
another
her.
challenge. Okay,
Oh, yes.
are you ready?
How can you
I
use
love how I see so many eyes,
her to help
and
you
I'm not hearing talking. Your next challenge, remember, use everything you know as a phonics professor. Forgot. I forgot to bring a lunch.
Ready?
Forgot.
How could you use her to help you with dinner? Dinner. What part would help you?
The middle.
So what would you write at the end of dinner? E and then yeah, so what did you do?
I did
They're just flip-flopped, right? So we're just going to flip them. No, I just heard her say Forgot. Let's start by clapping that word.
Forgot.
Listen to me say it. Forgot. Forgot.
There's a snap word in
What is it?
four.
Show me how to write that quickly, because if it's a snap word, we write it in a snap. Four. Four. You say it. Four.
Oh, and got.
Do you know got? Wait a minute. She just said got is a snap word too. For got. Is got a snap word for you? Show me. We need What letter are you going to write for I would write R too. Write it.
First graders, who found a snap word in forgot? What snap word is inside forgot? My goodness. First graders, there's 2 snap words.
So snap.
Who said that? Me. What's the first snap word you know? Four. Spell it with me.
F-O-R.
Forgot. How do we spell Oh, you better check your word. Doesn't say forgot.
I'm probably gonna move pen.
Let's say it slowly. Ready?
One last
We
challenge.
don't do g. We say
Are you ready?
ready. Say it slowly.
Phonics professors.
God.
Phonics professors. Ready, set, candy. Don't forget what you know about uppercase and lowercase letters. I've been reminding a lot of friends, when do we use uppercase? When do we use lowercase? Candy. I bought some candy for my ice cream. Candy.
Listen to me. Candy. What's the first part of candy? Can I tell you the easiest way to figure it out? Clap those syllables first. Ready? Candy. What's the first part? What's the first part, Hayden? Listen. Candy. What's the first part? You say it. You say it. Candy. What's the first part? There are 2 syllables. What's the first part of candy? What's the first syllable of candy? Ready? Say the first part. Can. You said it. Show me how you can write it. Can. What's the second part of candy? Can. D. What are you going to do?
Write a D or something?
You're going to write a D, right? Does D make the sound D? Or does D make the sound D? It makes the sound D. You're right. And so you're thinking it's an E at the end. Guess what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you could use Addie and Tommy to help you figure out the end of candy. How can you use Addie, Tommy to help you figure out candy? What are you thinking? What would go at the end?
Y.
I think a Y too. Look at, you used everything you knew.
Can.
You used can, and then you used your friends' names to help you.
First graders. please come on up to the carpet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. If you could please sit on your paper and put your pencil in your basket. Sit on your paper, put your pencil in your basket. That way those tools cannot be a distraction to your learning because boys and girls, oh my goodness, I have to celebrate something so amazing. Who had fun just now? Boys and girls, you're finding the joy in learning. You are feeling proud of all the learning that you've done and you're using it. Sit on your paper, pencil in your basket, please. All right, we're gonna do some problem solving together because, oh my goodness, that word candy, some of the amazing learning I saw happening, oh, I just have to celebrate with you. So I saw a couple people start like this. Okay, like kite. So they put a C or a K. But then do you know what they did?
It's a snap word.
It's a snap word. So they got out their eraser and they said, wait a minute, that's not right. I know more. As a phonics professor, I can use that knowledge. We know that snap word can is C-A-N. So they fixed it now. Okay, can. Candy. D. But, so then I saw this on some papers. Okay, I saw that. Then I heard Mrs. Rundy remind this group of something really smart. She said, but what sound does a D make? Everybody, what sound does a D make? So if this was the word I was reading, as a reader, Tommy, we're sitting on that. As a reader, I would say canned. Ooh. So I'm using what I know as a reader, canned. Let's say candy. So we have some work to do. There's a tool that I can use to help me right now. Because there are some names up here that end the same as candy. Who ends the same as candy?
Maddie.
Who?
Maddie.
Maddie does end the same, but Maddie's not up there.
It's your daughter.
Who is up there? Maddie, who's up there?
Addie. I was just thinking that Addie kind of feels like there's a little line.
Kind of. Who ends the same, everyone?
Kinley. Addie.
I hear Bailey. I hear Kinley. And I hear Tommy. What do they all end with?
And Lucy.
And Lucy.
And right there.
Okay.
And Melody.
Oh my gosh. So first graders, does that say candy? Let's check it. Candy. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Oh my goodness. First graders, this is kind of a snap word now. We've studied it as a phonics professor and we know it as readers and writers. Today, in Reader's Workshop and Writer's Workshop, can you use this knowledge that you now have? Oh, Mrs. Rundy, I think we're ready for graduation.
And you have 2 more days to wait. 2 more days
days
until you graduate.
Oh, my heart is beating so fast. Please
No.
put these tools away.